coffee. Hi guys, so today I am going to do a wedding makeup tutorial. So this is for any brides out there who want to do your own wedding makeup, or even aspiring makeup artists who want to be doing makeup for weddings if you want to freelance. So I'm going to be giving out some tips and tricks on what I've learned when doing wedding makeup. Alright, so first thing that I suggest for the person getting their makeup done, make sure that your skin is cleansed and moisturized. The last thing you want is for the makeup to not go on very well because your skin is dry and flaky or oily or whatever. So make sure your skin is cleansed and moisturized. That way the makeup will just go on a little bit smoother and a little bit better. You still want your makeup to look good at the end of the night. So the best thing to do is kind of just make sure you're doing all the steps. So first step is a primer. I'm going to use the No Problem Prime Essence. I feel like this one does help with like filling in fine lines and really smoothing out the skin and filling in pores a little bit and keeping the makeup on longer. So this is a good one. So what we're going to, I'm just going to kind of drop it all over. It's kind of like a liquidy texture. And I'm just rubbing it everywhere, including under the eyes, because I have fine lines under my eyes. So I want to make sure that those get filled in. Alright, so I'm going to let the primer sit on my face, and I would actually recommend that you do your eyeshadow first before you do your makeup, because if any eyeshadow is to fall down onto your makeup, it's a little bit harder to clean it up when you have a full face of foundation and everything on than it is when you don't have anything on your face and you can kind of just wipe it away. First thing we are going to do is prime our eyelids. So I'm just going to use some concealer, dot it on there, and just blend it in with my finger. Don't mind my fingernails because my cousin painted them maybe a couple weeks ago, and I don't have any nail polish remover, so they've just slowly been chipping away. And then I'm just going to quickly set that with my Airspun translucent setting powder, and I'm just going to take this brush. I'm going to be using this bronzer right here. This is the Hoola by Benefit bronzer, which you can get all by itself, but it just happens to be in this palette. And I'm going to use the bronzer to put in my crease. I really like to use bronzer in my crease because I feel like it kind of helps tie the look all together when you use the same color of your bronzer on your eyes. Might just be me, but I don't know, I just feel like it just kind of helps the look come together. So next I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in Iced Latte, and this is what the container looks like. And it's just like this champagne-y, not too pink, not too gold, kind of right in the middle kind of color. So I feel like it's just kind of the perfect neutral for wedding makeup. I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that comes in the Subculture palette or the Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm just going to be using the flat side. And then we're going to pop that right on the lid. If you want it to be like a little bit more shiny, what you can do is you can take a setting spray and just kind of spray it on your brush, and then dip your brush back into the powder and then go on top of it, and it'll just kind of make it a little bit brighter, a little bit more shiny. I don't know if you can really tell on camera. I promise it does make a difference though. Alright, so now I'm going to take this chocolatey brown color right here. I'm going to put that on the outer corner of the eye. And I'm just using this brush right here. This is a Sedona Lace Eye Brush 15. So this is the part that you can kind of make it as like as subtle or as dark as you'd like it. And I'm just gonna pop it in the outer corner. My camera would get it together, we'd probably be done with this video by now. Said it once and I will say it again, blending is key. You can keep going back and forth until you get it as light or as dark as you want it. So you need to go back in and kind of touch up that sparkly lid shade. You could do it now. Alright, and that's as dark as I am going to go. And I feel like this is a decent level. So then I'm gonna clean up the eye area a little bit, and I'm just gonna put some witch hazel toner on a cotton round and just kind of clean it up. Alright, I'm just gonna go back in with that first fluffy brush we used. Not add anything on it, but just kind of blend everything up. Alright, so then next up is eyeliner. I am just gonna use the Rimmel London, I think it's the Scandalize Waterproof Kohl eyeliner. And I'm gonna put the eyeliner right underneath my eyelashes. And then I'm gonna bring it all the way into the corner. Alright, so the next I'm gonna use the Better Than Sex by Too Faced mascara. This is what it looks like in just black. I just did one coat of mascara because we are going to go in with some false lashes. For most of the weddings that I've done, I have almost always used fake lashes. Even with people who have never worn fake lashes before, I definitely do recommend them for a wedding if you are comfortable using them. The Ardell Demi Wispies are definitely a good choice if you are a first-time eyelash wearer or you are a first-time freelance makeup artist. They're super duper affordable. You can get them at Walgreens, Walmart, Target, Ulta, wherever. And they come in usually pretty big packs for a pretty good price. So those are a really good option. I'm going to use different ones. I'm going to use these Lashaholic Luxury Lashes. I got these in my BoxyCharm, and this is what they look like. Alright, so I'm just going to use the Duo Eyelash Glue. I normally just use the normal white one that dries to clear, but I don't know where that one is currently, so I'm just going to use the dark tone one. So this one comes out black. I'm not great at applying eyelashes. Like, on other people, it's fine. On me, myself, and I, it's not so fine. I'm actually going to use the Stila Stay All Day waterproof liquid eyeliner because I'm just going to do a very, very thin line above my eyelashes, just so if there's any gapping with the fake eyelashes, then that kind of fills it in so that you don't see your eyelid between the lashes and your normal lash line. Alright, so now I'm gonna take off the lashes and I'm gonna see if it actually fits my eye. And it does not. We need to cut it. I'm just gonna snip off each end by just a little bit. So I think that's good. I like to try and squeeze out a little bit of glue first, and then you want to put it on the inner eyelash band and just a really thin layer. Alright, so then the next step is very important. So wait about 45 seconds and just wait for the glue to get a little bit tacky so that when you put it on your eye, it doesn't slide all over the place. If that makes sense. So we're gonna drink our coffee. How do you know if the glue is tacky or not, you ask? You just kind of wing it. Or I guess you can touch it. Oh, it's still pretty wet. Alright, lashes are on, so we are going to let them dry, and then we'll go back in with a little bit of mascara just to kind of help put the real lashes with the fake lashes. Alright, so now we're going to go with foundation, and one thing to remember, makeup with SPF in it can create a flashback in flash photography, which is basically when your face will look a lot lighter than the rest of your body. So if you are going to go pick out a foundation or a setting powder, or even if you put on your moisturizer beforehand that has SPF in it, just be aware that that could possibly happen. So this is the foundation that I have used in, I think, all of the weddings that I've done, and pictures have always come out really, really great. So I use the Revlon Color Stay foundation. This is what it looks like. So this does have an SPF in it. It has an SPF of 15, but again, in photos, I've never had a problem with this in photos, so this is a safe one when it comes to SPF. I'm just going to mix my own foundation shade. So I'm taking the lightest color, which is the 110 Ivory, and I'm going to do 2 pumps of that. And then I'm going to take the Toast 370 and just do half a pump to a pump of that and see what happens. And then I'm just going to mix it together. And remember to match your foundation to your body, so like your neck and your chest, versus your face. So a lot of the time your face has redness or discoloration, so you always want to match your foundation to your body. I'm just taking what I just mixed up and kind of putting it everywhere, and we're just going to blend that out. I'm going to bring it down the neck just so we don't have any like lines or any mismatching, just in case. Alright, so then I'm going to go on with some concealer. I'm just going to use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is what it looks like. And I'm just going to put that under the eyes. Chin, Cupid's bow, nose, and forehead. And I'm also going to put this on any like spots or blemishes or anything like that that I have. I'm also going to go in with the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. This one is a little bit of a thicker consistency, and it's a much lighter color, so I'm using this just to help like brighten up all of the highlighting areas. So then next I'm going to take my beauty blender, and you can go get it damp in the sink or do what I'm doing and just spray it with a setting spray, and then kind of squeeze it, and then we're just going to blend all that out. So then I'm going to go in with the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder in Translucent Extra Coverage. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. I'm really pressing this into my skin to make sure that we are really going to make sure that this makeup stays on all night long. Now we're gonna finish up the eyes. So I'm gonna go back in with some mascara for the top lashes. I'm gonna trim these bad boys up. Look at that. So I just trimmed up the eyelashes because they were a little bit long. They don't need to be touching my eyebrows. So I just added an inner corner highlight, and I used the first and second colors in the Jaclyn Hill palette and put that in the inner corner. And then I used the darker brown color that we used on the outer corner, and I put it underneath the eyes, just like on the lash line, and then took our bronzer and blended it all out, and then added some mascara on the bottom. So that's all I did there. And then next step is we're going to do some bronzer. So I'm just going to take my handy dandy bronzer brush that I always use. It doesn't have a name. I don't know where it's from. I don't know where I got it. So we're just going to go tops of the forehead. We're going to go underneath the lip because this will help give us the appearance of a fuller lip. And then contour the nose. And then always make sure to bring your bronzer down your neck just so everything blends and matches. Then blush. I really love the Milani Tea Rose blush. It's just kind of this perfect mauve pink neutral color, and I feel like it just looks really good on everybody. So we'll go ahead and use that. With the bronzer and blush, make sure to remember, again, flash photography kind of washes you out a little bit, so you might want to use just a smidgen more than you normally would on a daily basis. So I'm just going through my eyebrows with the Essence Make Me Brow. It's just like a little tinted brow gel. And then I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Wiz. And mine's broken. It normally has like a little spoolie on the end, so a little brush, but mine broke. So we don't have the brush anymore. That's fine. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Make sure to give yourself a good amount of time to do wedding makeup because it takes a while. So next is highlight. So if you want a very subtle highlight, that's perfectly fine. The Wet n Wild just completely fell out. Just fully fell out of there. So Wet n Wild Color Icon. It says bronzer. This is not a bronzer. This is a highlight. This is a Wet n Wild highlight. It's giant and it's just kind of a neutral color. And this will just give you a very subtle highlight. Nothing too crazy. Just a little something, something. Want more of a glow, if you like the glow, my favorite highlight at the moment, like nothing can beat it, is the Steve Laurent Jelly Highlighter. And it's a golden highlighter, but it's kind of like a creamy texture, but it still goes on top of makeup super well. Doesn't like pull any makeup off. No, cream on top of powder is kind of a no-go in the makeup world. But this is a beautiful, beautiful product. So I'm using the same brush, placing it in the same area. Subtle, not as subtle. And just really make sure everything's nice and blended. Last but not least is lips. I'm going to use the Steve Laurent lip pencil in Vogue. And then I'm going to use the Bare Minerals Speak Your Mind. But yeah, this is the finished looks. Just a good universal overall wedding makeup look that I think looks good on pretty much everybody and is decently easy to, hopefully decently easy to recreate. You may want to set aside like a good hour if you want to recreate this look. A good hour. I almost forgot. Last thing is a setting spray. This will help lock everything into place. It's just one extra step to keep your makeup on as long as possible. So I'm using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and we're just gonna truly the last step, setting spray, and then you're done and you're good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Make sure that what's on here? My battery is dying. We really want our eyebrows to be twins, but they're never twins, just sisters. Maybe sometimes distant relatives. maybe sometimes not even related.